Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're taking an early look at Alma, Missouri by Celobuki. This was one of the most popular maps in Farming Simulator 22, enough that I did 60 episodes, 2 different series on this map, and I had a blast. So today we're going to take a look at maybe some differences between the FS25 and 22 versions, as well as some of the similarities, because some of your favorite things are back. There's also some new things that have been added as well. So then, let's start right here. Welcome to Alma, established in 1879. This map is based off of Alma, Missouri, based here in the United States. The vast majority of buildings, residential and commercial, on the main street that we're flying over right now are modeled after real buildings found in the city, as well as traffic signals and signs that you can find all around. Just like the FS22 version, we've got 3 pre-placed farms. Your main farm right down here, which is part of field number 1. We have our other cattle farm right over here on the left-hand side, and at the top right-hand corner, we have the little baby piggy farm. You may have noticed that the other 2 farms don't have any labels on them yet because you will need to buy these areas in order to use them. One good thing is you can actually buy every single inch of this map, so everything can be purchased. This can get a little bit tricky whenever you get into multiplayer, so do be aware of that. Sometimes the sell points don't want to do exactly what they should do. However, you could buy everything. Look at that, right down to the edge of the map and everything all the way around. So I'm going to go through and buy everything so we can see everything. Real quick before I do that, I wanted to show you what you do get in new farmer mode. We do get farmland number 1, which is going to include the main farm, everything on it, as well as field number 1. You've also got farmland 39 and farmland 8, which are purchased separately, and then there's a couple more bits around which could be purchased individually and plowed together. So now that we own everything is now popped up. So down here, of course, we can see on the secondary farm, we've got a cow barn and our house, which is very cool. And then at the top right, we have the little baby piggy. So you've got the piggy farm right there. You've got a farm silo and a house there too. On our main farm, there's quite a bit. So starting here, we've got a cow barn. Then you also have the sheep barn. You have horses on here, which is pretty cool, and chickens. So quite a bit. If we jump over and you own everything, here's all of the animals that you're going to start with. This is very rare. Normally on maps, you don't start with a bunch of animals, but here was that 10, 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 5, 5. You got like some of everything. So 20, 40, 60 cows on one. You've got 190 chickens on one. Then on the other cow barn, we've got 60 cattle in there already, ready to go. Thank goodness they've got meadow grass. Then we've got a bunch more sheep here. What is that, 60 sheep? 90 sheep? Something like that. 20 little baby piggies, and we even have 5 horses. So if you like doing animal husbandry, this map is definitely for you. As far as production chains, so we don't own any whenever we get started. However, we do have a bakery, BGA, corn dryer, dairy, grain mill, ketchup production, pizzeria, popcorn production, sawmill, and a tailor shop. So we do have some of those returning specialty items like the apple pie in there. You've got that. Ketchup, which could be made, and even a pizzeria, which oddly takes ketchup, but I get what they're going for. Going way up into the sky, you can see there is a lot of land to be had here. It's very undulating. There's not big mountains or anything, but it can be smoothed out to work with it, which is really nice. You've also got some really interesting ways that it flows. So you can see this big pond area right here in the middle. You've got these little jetties that jump in and out. Beforehand, we had ditches as well, and those are kind of back, but I guess not really. They do go in a little bit, but it's not a ditch as you would expect it to be. With all that out of the way, let's start doing some tours. So the first one is going to be the main farm. We're going to do a quick aerial around. At the bottom left-hand corner, we have our house. We have a new shed placement right here with the red and white shed. Cow barn is going to be the same. The sheep barn is the same, and the horse barn is the same. However, Now we've got this insane, massive silo complex. It is blocked off from the field to our left, and we've got the chickens down there too. So a lot of open area here for putting more things. And as far as I can tell, there is one required mod. I don't know if it's going to remain a required mod when it's all said and done, but it is this workshop also from Celobuki. So keep that in mind. And then a humongo silo clamp. Now we jump out to the front area. So in here we can see the house here on our left-hand side. We got the swimming pool, some swings, another swing, you know, decorations that make this area look nice. And then of course we have our house where we can go take a little nappy poo. We also have a garage which does open. The house does not have an interior, so there is that. You can delete literally everything, so you can start over if you want to. You don't have to use this house if you don't want it. And around towards the back, this is where you are going to change clothes. It's a very cool house. I like this. It's definitely, I think this is the house that was on the map previously. However, I think that one was yellow, if I remember right. Well, now it is red. Let's see, which way do we go? Let's go left. This area has a really, really big, like, I don't know, driveway, pathway all the way around. You got your chickens right over here. Hello, chickens! And around towards the side over here is where our eggs are going to pop out. This chicken pasture holds 308. You've already got 90 in there, so pretty good there, pretty good there. Then we have our humongous silo complex. It costs $600,000. But it works well, just like everything else, I guess. Let me turn on my HUD, because at the bottom right-hand corner, sorry, not 16 million liters. There you go, for $600,000. It's insane. It takes up a lot of space, so there is that too. Over here, inside here, we do start with a couple pieces of equipment, but again, as I mentioned, this is a required mod, at least for this map right now. I'm not sure if it's going to continue like that or not, but maybe we'll have to wait and see. In here, we do have the workshop area, so, I mean, it's the mod that's on Mod Hub. I did not have it downloaded, and it forced me to download it to load up the map, so it was that. Silo clamp, of course, and then we've got our horse area here. If you guys did not play on Alma, Missouri in Farming Simulator 22, well, this was pretty sweet. So, of course, it holds 16, but inside the stables is super detailed. All of the doors to the exterior do open up, and we even have a small indoor riding area. And then that's how you get out here. So pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool indeed. Coming around again, we've got the water barrel and water tank up through there. Coming to our left-hand side, we have our sheep. So this is where your wool is going to spawn outside. Or sorry, that's where the food goes. Where does the wool spawn? Am I just an idiot and I'm missing it? Is that it? There's no way that's it. Well, we'll come in here real quick and take a look. We've got 90 sheep out of Apostle, 171 sheep. We'll click this, click, and you can see through there. Jumping back over, we have our cattle farm over here on the left-hand side, or cow barn, rather. All of the doors for this open up, so that is very nice. And you've even got a really big, wide opening there where you can pull in. One of the nice things is, because all the animals are behind this gate and fence here, the rest of this can be used for storage. So this is not something that a lot of people did with Farm Sim 22 version. And even I didn't do it because I didn't think about it. But yeah, you've got a massive amount of storage in here too that you can use. So I highly recommend that. We can even open this up and go into the milking parlor. How do you like that? We'll shut that door. We'll come over here, shut that door, and we're good. More equipment, which we will take a look at the equipment in a bit. And continuing around, we do have place for our manure. That's going to be the base game one. So, nice to see that. And then we have this building here, which is not a required mod, or if it is, I already had it downloaded. I guess we could check and see what it is. The pole barn. I don't know if I had this downloaded or not. Didn't make me download it, that's for sure. And we got more equipment in here. And that is, I guess, kind of it for the main farm. So then, let's jump up into the air. Let's fly down this road and take a look at the secondary farm. At least I consider this the secondary farm, and then I consider the pig farm the tertiary farm. But I do more cattle farming than anything. So there is that. All of the stuff that's right here in the middle is unusable. I don't know if you could delete it or not. Yeah, you could delete the yard junk for $5,000. That's pretty sweet. Don't worry, I will show you all the farms with everything deleted, so if you want to get some ideas, you can go with that. As you can see, we've got a lot of cattle in here already. It's a really big pasture, and one of the things you may notice is the road going off to the side over here is no longer there. Some of the workers and the auto drive was having trouble in FS22, so we just completely removed it. So there you go. You got your house. You've got a big shed. I think that's another pole barn. And then we've got our cattle farm over there, plus a couple more sheds to the left and the right. So let's jump down to the road and check it out. As we come in, I love the road and everything that he's done here. We've got a new gravel texture, which kicks up dust whenever you drive on it. Additionally, when it rains, the roads get wet and everything more so than they do in the base game. Some pretty cool stuff. Since we went to the left last time, let's go to the left again this time. We'll do a clockwise motion on these. So coming around, we do have some decoration, but not a whole lot going on in front. We do have a different house model here, but no, not able to go inside for that either. And then we do also have a garage, which, yes, you can go inside. I like the speed of this one. That door going on, I don't know, it just kind of makes sense. One thing that is a little bit odd is the door going out versus going in, as doors that go into the interior, go in. I've been doing some house floor plan stuff recently, and I got in trouble for having a house that had a door that went out. Nonetheless, let's check this out again. Yeah, this is, I think, the same pole barn that we had around towards the other farm. And continuing around towards the left-hand side, there's the other entrance into there. No longer do we have a way to go up into the left-hand side here, so heads up through there. And we've got another big barn here. This would be great for combine harvesters and stuff like that. This cattle farm is located right here. Only one barn here. And if we come around and take a look, 330 cattle on this one. So again, a lot of cattle going on. There is no meadow grass in here, at least it doesn't look like it. So you will definitely feed these guys as soon as you get the opportunity. There you go. And then lastly, we have this little barn. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, rock and roll. Also, to answer your questions, yes, these barns that you see are placeables. So if you like that and you're like, man, I'd love to put another one like right there, you could do that. So anything that's on the map itself can be utilized. This was not it. That's a mod. This is the one that I wanted to show. So now that you've seen this farm, let's see the last of the three farms. This one we're gonna have to go from the bottom left up to the top right. This one is much different because our previous farms, they were using red buildings or maybe a big white building, something like that. This one's smaller, much smaller. It's only got 4 buildings on it and a silo, and this is it. So you've got your piggies down there. You've got another barn that almost looks like a chapel there. Small silo, house, and a garage up at the top. Okay, so maybe there's 5 buildings instead of 4. And then one last pole barn here at the bottom left. Let's head out to the road here because the entrance is a little bit different on this one. We'll drop down and check it out. Going in clockwise once more. Here's our silo. This will hold 400,000 liters. Over here, we've got one of our sheds. We'll open this up. This is one, like I said, looks like a chapel. I stand by it, too. There's a VR game that I play that's got a Gun Club VR. It's a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. I've played that for years. But there's a level that looks like that building. And then lastly, over here, we can see the little baby piggy area. This will hold 203 pigs. And there you go. Here's all of our pigs, nice and happy as can be. Are you happy, little buddy? Yes, you are. All right. Let's jump out of here. Yes, we can drive straight through. Ooh, I flew through that a little bit too quick. I have noticed that my super speed, I've got a speed mod turned on that lets me run a little bit faster. And a few of the doors I've been able to fly through. It's not a big deal. It just is what it is. So here's your last pole barns. We do have 1 pole barn on each one, allowing us to store quite a bit of equipment, no matter which one of these that you choose. Lastly, let's take a look at the house, because I am super excited about this. Instead of 1 place for vehicles, you've got a 2-car garage up here. I guess you could probably fit 2 cars in the other ones as well if you tried hard enough, but I don't have that kind of time. And then this house is right here. So there's our place for doing that. I imagine around towards the back. Yeah, right here. That's going to be where you change your clothes. I have that hoodie in real life. That's why it's my end game one. And that is all 3 of our farms right there. So now we get to go over and take a look at the that area over there. Town. That's the word I was looking for. So the town area is where you're going to find the majority of sell points and production chains. There's also a few buildings here that can be used for multiple different things, and we even have our shop down there as well. Plus, because you can buy it, you can actually build your own little house and put it somewhere in town if you wanted to, which is very cool. By the way, if you go with the second farm that we showed off, this is right beside town, which makes things really, really easy. If we take a look on the PDA, we can see everything that's on here. So first stop on the right-hand side is a grain mill, and then we've got a corn dryer. Around here is the vehicle shop with the shop area around towards the very back. We've also got a tailor shop and pizzeria, which the points of sale are around towards the back, but actually they have a storefront out in front. Then we've got the hardware store, you've got your supermarket, jumping back over, we have the bakery and the dairy, which again, those are around towards the front, but they do have loading zones in the back. Then you've got a grain sell point, and there's even a grain silo here to be able to be used with your train. It's also just a really nice place to store stuff. Yeah, I gotta like that. Animal dealer, of course, as well as a bell sell point through there. You can see we've got a little area here where somebody's got a garden. There's even a few things right over here. I think they've accidentally doubled these up, so we'll have to take a look at that, but it's a car wash. You've got your gas station, and propane is back, as well as a methane selling station, which is great to see on the map. Popcorn production, of course, and ketchup production, and that's about it, at least in town. So let's go through and take a look at that. Man, I'm loving this. You go straight down, you see the American flags everywhere. I love this. I mean, it feels like home. It really, truly does. For this one, we're going to kind of go where I showed you all of the markers. So with this guy right here, here is going to be your, what did I call this? I've already forgot. Crap. A grain mill. That's right. So if we drop to the ground, yay, and we come right over here, this is going to give us our grain mill. You can ignore the buy and lease stuff for this. I have a mod that allows me to buy and lease stuff, so please ignore that. So for the grain mill, we have a barley flour, corn flour, fine corn flour, oat flour, rice flour for long grain and regular, as well as sorghum and wheat. So we have a decent amount of stuff there. Of course, we can also output that corn flour and fine corn flour. If you guys are looking for that, you will need dried corn or regular corn for that. And of course, if you go with the dried corn, that means you're going to have to dry your corn. And that's why you need this guy, the corn dryer, which is fantastic. So you will have to put your propane in there, and then the corn goes in there. We'll come around here and we'll buy this. Again, please ignore the buy lease. That is not a map feature. That is a DJ has a mod that allows him to lease things mod. So here you go. Corn and propane in, and you get dried corn out. As far as your capacities, corn is 1.5 million liters, and then you've got 50,000 liters of propane in. Dried corn is 800,000 liters out, but because this is right beside it, it's also a production chain. You can actually set this from storing to distributing, and so you never have to move the two back and forth. But if you do ever need to move the two back and forth, pull your trailer up under it, grab it, and just pull straight forward and drop it off, and you'll be good to go. The next one's going to be the store. Now, this area right here is where all of your items go for the store, and it's an absolutely massive area. You could do like double stacks of semi-trucks all day long without any trouble. Here's where you work on your vehicles, right behind the store. So there you go, working on the vehicles there. And then on the main drag, the main area here, you've got Alma Vehicle Traders. We could come in here and check this out. And so that's where you're going to be buying your stuff. Additionally, you may see here, Alma, Missouri has its own setup, and it's because they have added your propane, and the other one, methane, sorry. They've added those to a couple tankers, which you can use. I don't think there's any unrealistic capacities on there. No unrealistic capacity, so you're just going to be stuck with that. But at least you know where the shop area is. I don't think we can get in there, and I don't think we're supposed to be able to get in there either. You could probably still breach in there if you wanted to. The next one, at least here on our right-hand side, is going to be the bakery, so we can find that. So let's go ahead and do that for this production, and we'll take a look at it. So click that. We get our apple pie, which of course you are going to need flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, and apples. And you need to bring those over there. Then of course we have our bread from flour, bread from rice flour, cake, and rice flour cake. So all of those are pretty standard things altogether, but those apple pies, very cool. Just a reminder of where we are. There you go, bakery there. And then we have our dairy off to the left-hand side here. So let's go off to the left, and here it is, right in the front. So we'll click this, we'll go ahead and buy it, and we will take a look. So in the dairy, of course, we've got all of our normal stuff that you would normally see from everything. I don't think there's anything extra that's been added to this. I think it just is what it is. So there you go, that's that. Nice and simple. If we back away from this building and we go in behind the building, this is where all of our drop-offs and pickups are going to be for these. So you can see we've got a dump trigger there, and we've got another dump trigger here, and then located near the back door, we've got, near the loading zone anyway, right there, you've got where the pallets are going to spawn. Trust me, you'll see them when they spawn, so it's not like it's going to be a surprise. But what is a surprise is the absolute massive size of the next two areas. The grain sale point's not too bad, but the grain west silo is absolutely humongous. So here is your grain cell. You just pull straight up through here, sell it, and pull out the other side. However, this area here is massive. Enough to where I think I'm going to have to fly around it just to give you an idea of the true scale. So stupid. It's insanely massive. Well, one of the great things is you can use this to store your stuff. So simply pull under here, dump there. It's only 50,000 liters, so 50,000 compared, or sorry, 50,000, 500,000 in comparison to 16 million to the main cell. But you know what? It is what it is. And then if you wanted to pick your stuff back up, you could just pull straight under here. It does make things nice, especially if you've got a field like over here, but there are other silos that are located near this, so you may not ever have to use this. Plus, this spot right here will rent you the train. So you can do it all from one area. Now that is all of that. Let's jump over this person, go back to our left-hand side here because there are a couple more things that I want to show you. So of course, we have the supermarket here as well as the hardware store. Now those are going to be tip triggers, but we also have the pizzeria and the tailor shop, which are productions. So if you're looking for those sell points, they're around towards the back side. So supermarket sell point is going to be right here. And over here we have the hardware Bob, yeah, hey, forgot about him. We've got the sell point for that right there. But if you're looking for the productions, oh hey, check this out. This is one of the areas that we just saw not long ago. Oh, it's so cool. I love that. Oh, and the postal service. How neat is that? That's so cool. All right, so the first one right here is the pizzeria. We will go our pizzeria. Let's get this. And of course, pizza. You need cheese, flour, and ketchup, and you will get pizza out. I know that the ketchup should be tomato sauce, but I mean, it is what it is, right? You will need to get that ketchup from a different production, though. So, let's come over here. This is not it, by the way. This is your tailor shop. So we'll buy this. Boom, 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 boom. Got it, and you got your tailor shop. Nothing wild and crazy here. Is like it is in the base game. But what is very cool is it looks like it's a it's a shop. It is a shop forward thing. Can't get in there though, I don't think. No, the doors don't open. There's not even a door handle on here. I don't know how they get in. Nonetheless, there you go. There's our dude in there. Is that a place where you can get... This is a claw machine. Hey, can I use this? I'd love to use this. Nope, can't. All right, well, what are you gonna do? Let's go around towards the back side. I want to show you where the dump spots are for these. So here you go. Here is your pizzeria. So you've got all of your pallet spawn point and your dump spot there. And then this is for the tailor shop, which is going to be a little bit tricky having this in the area. I don't think we could drive that. Nope. I should probably go report that to Celobuki real quick. All right, got that taken care of. So, of course, as you can see, that is where everything is. The cafe is just visual. No way to go in there. So then, let's keep it going. Let's pick up the pace a little bit and see what else we can get into. So if we come around here, also you'll see right along the side here is actually where the edge of the map is. So you do need to be careful. The edge of the map goes right around through there. So you come to here, bam, right into your face. Do be careful. This is bell cells as well as a place to get your animals. So right here, we can do that. We back up a little bit and come over here. That's where you sell your bells. Very nice. Love that. Ooh, basketball. Is there a basketball in here? I think somebody probably took it. They saw the way I played basketball at FSVR. They're like, no, do not let it play b-ball. Little refresher, this is where we are right here, right now. We're going to come around to this building right in front of us. This building. This is the fire station, which is super cool. So in here, you can access this. I don't think you need to own the land to access this, but it's got 4 bays, which you can use to park up your vehicles. Now, I don't believe you could open this in the first version of Alma, Missouri in FS22. However, after the emergency pack released back in, what was that, 2023? I think, yeah, 2023. When it released then, well, then he made this openable so you could park your emergency vehicles. Well, then, of course, we don't have that in FS25, at least not yet. I don't know if we ever will see it, but I do know that this still works. So you're still able to open this. So you can actually store other vehicles, maybe some semi-trucks. You could probably fit a semi-trailer in here. So you could park up some extra vehicles, maybe stuff that you don't use normally. You can park up through there. Onward we go. We're now going to be right here, and this is the car wash. So in this version, there's 2 versions of the sprayer here. I don't know why he's got 2 sprayers. However, I have reported that, so hopefully that'll be fixed up. There won't be 2 there and 2 in here, but hey, the more the merrier, right? Hey, I'll take it. And then across the road over here, you've got your gas station, propane, and methane selling station. So we can come over here, you can buy your fuel, your propane and propane accessories, and your methane sell point. Where's that methane sell point at? Oh, right here it is. Perfect. And if we go out of the road and up a little bit, we've got 2 more productions. So we have popcorn production and we've got ketchup production. So let's get those. First one's going to be on this side of the building. Of course, our popcorn production here. A lot of noise coming into this area, which I love. I think that's super duper cool. Let's select this. We could see buttered popcorn and regular popcorn. You're going to need butter and dried corn. So we'll need that. And then you're good. Really, it's dried corn and butter, or just dried corn. So you don't have to put butter on it. Some people like butter on their popcorn. I love butter on my popcorn. Actually, I like popcorn on my butter, but you know, my pants don't fit as well as they used to either. So it's my fault, I think. And then lastly, we've got the ketchup production, at least on this side of the map. Let's click this and take a look at it. So you need tomatoes and water, and out you're going to get ketchup, which is very, very cool. And as we mentioned, you will need ketchup for the pizzeria. So, wha-bam. That is your town. That is everything that is in the town area, all the points of interest, everything that you need to know about, all the goodies. So now we're going to move up even further. We're going to go to the Grain Elevator Museum. This is a feature that is on Riverbend Springs in FS25 and has been added to Alma, Missouri, which is very cool, and it works exactly the same way. To build it, you bring your stuff over here, you build the Grain Elevator Museum, and then it just works. And now that it is fixed, after Giants have spent a couple updates trying to get everything to work with it, well, it actually does work now. So, you're good to go, and you'll have a nice museum when you're all said and done with it, which I think is really neat. So next to that, we're going to see our sawmill. Now, this is another one of those areas that it's like, yeah, This is all, I mean, it's the sawmill from Farming Simulator 25. So there you go. Nothing too wild and crazy. It's going to be everything that you've seen before. We'll come in here, click our button. Actually, is this the farm or the sawmill from FS22? I don't know. I don't do logging. I don't know. Let's click that. We'll buy it, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. We could do planks long, and wood beam. So yeah, nothing wild and crazy or out of the ordinary for that. We do get wood chips. I don't remember if that's a base game thing or not, but we do get wood chips. Now, as for the top of the map, that's it. There's nothing else on the top of the map. Also, there's nothing in the middle of the map either. So the next thing is going to be our pig farm, which we've already looked at, and the train. And there's only one thing left to show, and that is the BGA on the far right-hand side. So let's just go ahead and buy that. Let's visit the place. Please, can I visit the place? There we go. All right. Had to use my mouse. That'll last. Here it is. Exactly the way that you had it in FS22. I vaguely remember there being a fence around it, but maybe not. And then we have this BGA right here. Of course, you're going to be getting your methane out of there and then taking it to sell. Slurry's going to come out of there. Slurry goes in there. This is going to be where you take a look at everything. So manure, silage, slurry, and cut sugar beets. And then digestate and methane going out. You do have a dump place here. We'll turn that on. You are able to dump around towards the outside. So you don't have to get it up in there if you don't want to. Very cool, very excited about this one. Now let's talk about our placeables on the farms, because we are able to delete all of this. Once we do delete all this, though, we're going to have equipment everywhere. So I think one of the things we probably should do first is check out the equipment and then get rid of it all. So we do get the Anderson Group baler, or the round bale pickup autoloader. We do get a Case Puma 260, the Farson PF224. This is going to be your feed mixer. We also get a Flegel Rubies. This is a well, here, the best way to describe it is just to show it to you. Tool can cut sugar beets and feed them to your BGA. So you are able to cut sugar beets with something that you get as part of this. It's also a regular bucket too, which is nice. John Deere 3650, John Deere 8R370. So that does have 420 horsepower, but you can still increase that a little bit. Big John Deere corn header, the C16F. You do get a John Deere C round baler and a big 45X, so not the largest one, but you do get a big grain header, John Deere 900 kg weight, 2 of them in fact, and the S7, so you can increase that up to the X9, so that's nice. Crampy Big Bunny tipper, Kverneland planter, we do 4 Karsher wash houses. It's only supposed to be 2, but there were 4 in there. Kogerling Ultima 800 seeder. We do get a header trailer, front loader. You also have front and rear mowers, a tedder, windrower, and another 10-winkle top 450 weight. So we do have another weight as well. So let's get rid of all this. There's also one other thing we need to do that I've totally forgot about. We need to sell all the animals. We've got some interesting statistics here if you want to take a look at these real quick. So I sold all the vehicles that were on the map, and I got $1.79 million. Sold the animals, got $35,000 for that. Construction costs, I think this is from all of the production points, 2.2 mil. Land purchased, it took me $10 million to purchase all the land, and $45 in water. Don't you worry about that miscellaneous now. Don't be paying no attention to that. I do know that specs like that do help players to know exactly how much they're going to have to spend on this. So, you know, it's a good idea to show you that. So one of the cool things I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what this looks like flat. All of the farms and everything that you could delete. I'm going to show you how everything looks. And then I'm going to show you all of the new things that have been added with the map. So let's go in here and we're just going to start selling stuff. So it was 100,000, 150,000, 125 there. Goodness gracious. Making money. How much does this cost? 80,000. I love how the horse barn is like, yeah, people are going to sell that first. So let's make that the cheapest one. Go 140,000 for that. Goodness. How much is a silo? $600,000. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Hey, if you're going to do anything, delete that. Delete the horse area and delete the silo. Woohoo! There you go, $135,000 for the house if you wanted to put down your own house. And one of the nice things too is the decorations are not linked, so you can delete all of these. By the way, I'm also using an Xbox controller to do this, so really easy to do on consoles. One of the big reasons that I use an Xbox controller for everything anyway. And then we've got the fences right through here. You can delete these super easily. Oh yeah, Slurry is down here for the cows. Forgot to show that, but yeah. So yeah, I think you get the idea. You could delete all the fences. So this is what the main farm looks like, completely torn down. We do have some bushes around, but you could easily just turn this into another big field. And I don't know if I'd be opposed to that. If we move all the way down, let's go ahead and delete everything off of this farm. All of the buildings can go. Love that cow shed, but unfortunately, 'tis gone. And also, the fence goes along with it. So if you don't like that fence and you want more fields, you can easily do that. It's not a big problem at all. And then we've got some more placeables here. Boop, boop, and boop. I wanted to bring you guys along with this process so you can see exactly what is deleted and how long it takes to do each one. Lastly, let's fly all the way over to the other side of the map, and we'll delete everything off of the little baby piggy farm. So we got our pole barn goes there. Here we go. We got another one there. Boom, boom, boom. Silo. A couple more buildings. The house. There that goes. Just kind of a pit in the ground. And then lastly, you've got the house itself, or the little shed. And you could delete the fences here too, because, well, I mean, they're fences. So you can just delete everything. Makes things kind of nice. Bam. Don't like that? Bam, bam, bam. You get the idea. So there's all that. Let's see. What about the BGA? Sell the BGA for 500? Sure. Oh yeah, it just sells it, doesn't it? Check that out. I wonder if any of the other production chains sell. Not that. Let's see. Sell the corn dryer? Yep, corn dryer's gone. Grain mill? Grain mill's gone too. Ooh, this whole area for Placeables is gone. We've got the weighing station, which could be sold. Let's see. None of that could be sold. I'm going through clicking on stuff. Nothing's happening. We do have the fences. Oh, it looks like all the fences in town are using this. So as long as you buy it, you can actually delete some of the fences or redo them even, I think. That's pretty darn cool. Yeah, dude, check that out. Fence is gone, baby. Fences is gone. Let's see. Hang on. I thought something was selecting there. No, nothing selecting through there. Oh, the fire station could be sold. That's interesting. Very interesting through there. Anything on the right-hand side here? Doesn't look like we're getting anything, so nothing there. Can we sell this? Oh, we can sell the elevator museum for $1. You can also sell the wood point up here if you're never going to use it. Put something else there. And then I think that's it. So that's everything that you could sell. I mean, it is a bare map now, man. There ain't much anywhere else now. I mean, look at that. All the points of interest, all the triggers are just gone. Visually, they're still going to be on the PDA. So that should be important to know. But, yeah. Everything else is just gone. Let's jump back into our statistics and see what we've got now. So from sold buildings, $3.7 million. Still making some money back, but yeah, it's still not going to be worth it. Selling the buildings is not a money-making endeavor in the long run. However, I do want to show you some of the things that you can put back down after you've sold everything. Real quick, also, I am noticing that this road texture here stays. No matter what you do, no matter what you paint over it, the road texture is going to stay. So this may be something players like, it may be something players don't like, but it is going to happen, so be ready for it. So then, for Alma, Missouri in sheds, we've got this first bit, which is the pole barn, and it is red. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to put down the all-white version. And, yeah, there it is. So there's just different versions. You've got a little shed right here. You've got the other pole barn there. The chapel, of course, as I mentioned. Small garage, so if you want to put that down, that's cool. And we've got the all-white pole barn. So instead of changing the colors, they've got all the stuff in there. A couple things in silos. You've got a place here for your manure. We also have the big bunker silo, which is insane. And then you've got your Uni-Up farm silo. Nothing in silo extensions, nothing in constructibles, nothing in containers or tools. Although we do have all 3 farmhouses which can be placed down, and you can change the color on them too. So if you wanted that yellow house back, here you go. You got your yellow house, man. You've also got the smaller house, this red one right here, which is on the cow barn, and the one that goes on the pig barn, although it is into the ground, so once you place this down, the ground's gonna go boop up to it. There are a few productions that we could put down. You do have an extra corn dryer and grain mill, so if you like those and you wanted to add more, you can. No selling points. We do have a greenhouse where we can do more things. This one's pretty sweet, and I do want to put it down so we can take a quick sneaky peek at it, because this is not something that we've seen yet. So of course we've got water in. You've got, I believe that's manure. We're about to find out, aren't we? So let's go in here and take a look, please. There we go. So we've got apples, lemons, orange, pears, and plum, and it is going to be water and manure. Yes. Plum and pumpkin. Hey. So this is where you get all of those extra things. As far as cultivation, there's nothing there. And as expected, nothing in generators. As we showed in cows, we do have 1 placeable for our cattle. And if you enjoy equestrian farming, I don't know if that doesn't seem right. You've got the horse barn too. The little baby piggies will be happy to hear that you could place another one of their pens down, and so will the sheep. Chickens won't be jealous either. They've got their own area. However, unfortunately, there's nothing for bees and no pup dogs. And there's nothing in any of the other areas for the building stuff. Sculpting, you're going to see the same trees, of course. Nothing in here and nothing in plants. However, I will say, I think the painting here is a little bit different. So you can see on the left-hand side, all of the different things that you can paint down, which is very nice. Concrete, asphalt. Where is our gravel? Where's the gravel? There we go. There's some gravel. So it does seem like we've got more here. So now that you've seen all of that, there is one last thing that I want to do, and that is going to be to show you some of the little areas in and around the town. I think that town areas are super important in maps like this because it gives you somewhere to go. It gives you something to do. Even if there's nothing more than a sell point or something like that, the towns make it come alive with the buses driving around, or maybe it's just the different houses with different decorations and things like that. I think that it gives the map some purpose. And so I just wanted to do a little flyover here just to show you some of the really neat details and things like that, whether that be, the different styles of houses. I think that's, a big selling point for this map is there's some places that just don't look like anything else. Also here on the right-hand side, I think that's going to be a great place to build a house. At least that's what I would do. I had greenhouses there in my previous series, but you could easily build a house there. There's some room. And of course, through here, you've got your propane areas, which, it's not just the propane and the fuel around the area. It's all kinds of different things. You've also got over here on the left-hand side, again, that fire station that we talked about. You can also build a house back in here. There's nothing wrong with that. Make it right over here by the animal dealer. You're good to go. There's plenty of room to do that because you can buy the area. So technically you could do whatever you want to with it. These over here are a little bit more different than that side of the map. There's not as many trees on that side of town. And on this side, a ton of trees. There's trees everywhere, dude. Look how many trees there are around this whole section. Here on the right-hand side is another nice place that you could build. However, there's not really a lot of room because of where the map boundary is. I wonder if I can turn that on and actually show you where the boundary is. So, well, it's stopping me there, but I'm not actually... Oh, yeah, so that's where the boundary is. Nonetheless, I just wanted to show you this because I think this is such a huge portion here. You got some apartments and things like that. Really, really neat. And of course, down here on the right-hand side, this is not a field, so you could build on it, even though the side of the map is right... Where is it? It's right here. So you are going to run into that. Uh-oh. I snuck into the map. Oh, no. I snuck out of the map. Ah, crap. And with that, our tour of Alma, Missouri is over. Is there anything that I missed? Anything else you wanted to see? Please let me know down in the comment section. You can also check out the description where you can find a link to Celobuki's fan page so you can pin that and keep up with everything that they are up to right now. I do want to thank Celobuki for sending this over to show you guys ahead of the map's release. So kind, so gracious. I am just absolutely humbled by the generosity of Celobuki. So big shouty outy to them. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one in the future. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.